is the divisional playoffs, the NFL on Fox from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and it's a good one. The Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers, and we say good evening. He's Greg Olsen, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. And Greg, we saw the Packers last week. An unbelievable story, right? The 7th seed, they get in, they dismantle the Cowboys in Arlington, and here they are taking on the 49ers in the underdog role again, but now a little different of an opponent. The number 1 seed, they've been the best team all year long, and the 49ers are thinking one thing: Super Bowl.
Absolutely, and I think to get there, they got to, Green Bay, they got their hands full. A lot of what we saw them do last week against Dallas, they need to repeat a lot of that play style today, especially on defense. But defending this San Francisco offense is a little bit of a different animal. They can beat you both equally with their run game and their pass game. They're the most efficient and explosive offense in both run and pass in the entire league. So the pressure's on Green Bay. The better their defense can hold up, everything Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love and this offense has been able to do this back half of the season and last week in Dallas is predicated on this Green Bay defense keeping this thing close.
These two franchises have been the most of any two in playoff history, and the weather is a factor. It will rain the entire game just the way we like it. Packers, 49ers, the divisional playoffs on Fox. Coming up next.
The NFL is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. You've been making moves. Switch to TurboTax and their experts will make them count with 100% accurate taxes guaranteed.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Back here in Santa Clara, Packers and the 49ers, and San Francisco's been to the conference championship 3 of the last 4 years. Curious, Erin Andrews, what they're thinking and feeling as they start their playoff journey here tonight this time.
Well, George Kittle told me flat out, Kev, there is a real sense of urgency with this team. It is time, and our entire group feels that way. You mentioned it. This group has been close so many times, and because of that, head coach Kyle Shanahan told us we have 1,000 scars. His message to his group this week is, with all the pressure, don't overanalyze, don't make anything up, don't overcompensate. We are the heavy hitters. We are the number 1 seed. This is where we wanted to be after we lost to Philadelphia in the NFC Championship. He told us if we continue to do what we've done all year long, I have a good feeling where we'll end up. All right, let's send it over to Green Bay with Tom Rinaldi.
EA, where's my umbrella? I don't have one. Matt LaFleur's message to Jordan Love when he saw him for the first time in the building this week, the same as it was last week. Trust yourself and let it rip. We need him to keep doing that, LaFleur said. Something else the Packers are going to continue to do, start the game with the ball. They won the toss and chose to receive. That's been the plan the entire week. LaFleur likes the message that sends to his team about being aggressive. Let's play the game on our terms. And as for this rain, which has picked up in intensity, LaFleur smiled to me pregame and simply said, this is nothing to us. We're from Green Bay. Guys?
Well, we'll find out. It's going to be a factor, right? It's chilly in the 50s, and the wind right now not too bad, but it is raining rather hard, and it's going to rain the entire game. Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes, and we're so glad you're with us here tonight. This crowd is amped up, ready to go. The Packers, as Tom told you, won. They will receive after the toss, and here we go. Short kick. Nixon. An all-pro returner will take it with a seam up the middle, and Keyshawn Nixon out across the 30, and a good beginning for the Packers, where they will start with Jordan Love, who was sensational in his playoff debut in the win against the Cowboys.
And he picked up right where he left off coming the back half of the regular season. There was not many quarterbacks in the National Football League playing better than Jordan Love. He continued that last week against Dallas. Went head-to-head against an MVP candidate, Dak Prescott, and the following week now he's going against another MVP quarterback in Brock Purdy.
I talked to some great players, great rivalry. The 10th postseason meeting with the 49ers and Packers is the most all-time. San Francisco has won 4 in a row, but Green Bay takes the opening drive, just like last week down the field. Greg, quick detective work. What is different?
Right there. That's the key, and I think over time today, the defense that can keep getting those stops. Anytime you have two high-scoring, highly efficient, and explosive offenses, explosive plays lead to points, but red zone stops obviously keeps those points to a minimum. So I think that's a huge start there for San Francisco as they settle in on defense.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Aerial coverage brought to you by the UPS store tonight. It's a cool, crisp night. It is raining here in Santa Clara. And it's 3-0 Packers, who took the opening drive after winning the coin toss down the field, set it for a field goal. Now the defense holds, and they get it back for their second possession. Yeah, time now for today's Verizon Business Coaching Spotlight. Most wins by NFC coaches since 2019. Well, the two in this game, Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur, that includes the postseason. These two have been outstanding. Verizon Business, the official private wireless network of NFL coach-to-coach communications. Right now, Matt LaFleur's Packers with a 3-0 lead over Kyle Shanahan's 49ers. We start the second quarter, 3rd and 1. Green Bay on another drive.
Touchdown passes.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax, where the 49ers have grabbed their first lead of the night on the 32-yard touchdown from Purdy to Kittle. It's been a first half, but Green Bay has had the ball for most of it until that drive. San Francisco putting it together, really grinding it out until that big play. Look at the 8 quarterbacks in the divisional round. There's a theme here. They're all first-rounders except for one, Brock Purdy. And by the way, congrats to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson had a 4 total touchdown day. 2 of them rushing, had 100 yards today, so they move on. But Purdy, you almost forget, he's such a great story last year, and they got to the title game, and then he got hurt, unfortunately. This is his second go-around, so he's a playoff veteran right now.
All right, Kevin, coming up on the Verizon halftime, the guys share their thoughts on the first half, as this is shaping up to be another classic in the Packers-Niners playoff rivalry. This game's got a little bit of love and a little bit of glove. We'll send it back to you above the field in Santa Clara.
Kurt, you never cease to amaze me. I love it. A little poetry in there. 35 seconds ago, 3rd down and 2. Tough to see the Hall of Famer and 49ers GM John Lynch behind the heavy raindrops. 28 seconds left, 49ers up by 1.
Yeah, so the conversation Kyle Shanahan's having is how aggressive does he want to be? He's got 1 timeout. Anything that gets caught in the field of play, you'll take your timeout, and now that next pass gives you a chance for an end zone shot, and then you can settle for 3.
Well, these two coaches know each other really well. They're connected in a lot of ways. I mean, they've been together for 8 years on the same staffs in Houston and then in Washington, where LaFleur was the quarterback coach and Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. Same situation in Atlanta. And these two have been together a long time. They're friends off the field. They're tight. And before the game, share a little smile and a little love. It's like the Jedi and the Padawan getting together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Bring them all in there. Minutes. That's a huge play for the Packers, considering the 49ers get the ball to start the second half. So the upstart 7-seed Packers, they beat up the Cowboys last week, and they're holding their own against the #1 seed 49ers as the first half stats brought to you by Jeep. Green Bay had the ball a lot early, and time of possession got made up there. But you see the numbers, they are eerily similar. The big difference, the touchdown, the 32-yarder from Brock Purdy to George Kittle. We've got some action. It's a 1-point game between the Packers and the 49ers. San Francisco in front. Verizon halftime with Kurt and the guys comes your way next. It is the divisional playoffs, the NFL on Fox.
They got their hands full.
Put one downfield for Kittle. He's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. Today's game flow presented by Progressive as we get set for this third quarter. Welcome back to the divisional playoff presented by Intuit TurboTax. 7-6 49ers. They get the ball to start this third quarter, and welcome to the booth. He's Greg Olsen. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. A lot of themes in this first half. It's been so fun, right? 2 great teams, 2 iconic franchises. But here's this. 49ers have the most explosive plays in the NFL coming into today. They've got 1, the touchdown.
And that was the goal for Green Bay coming in, is they've got to make this unbelievable San Francisco offense go the length of the field, sustain drives, and then see if they can finish in the red zone. And for two teams that really pride themselves on generating explosive plays on offense, so far, Green Bay's defense has won the battle in the first half.
Yeah, but San Francisco's defense done a nice job, too, considering that the Packers have been in the red zone 3 times. They have come up with 2 field goals. That's it. Both quarterbacks have done a nice job here tonight. You see the numbers there are very, very similar. Don't forget that a couple things. Packers got stopped on a 4th and 1, one of those drives. And at the end of the half, 49ers, if you missed it, had field goal blocked. So it's a 1-point game. San Francisco will get it as we welcome you back when we get set for this third quarter. We'll start on the 25 as we go downstairs to Aaron.
Well, let's start with the defense first. Kyle Shanahan saying he needs all of his defensive players to change their cleats. He felt on 3 big third downs they were slipping. They can't stand up. They're having a hard time tackling. So that was a big thing. Offensively, he said, we've only had the ball 3 times. And he said, we had a false start that killed us. We have to take advantage of every possession. In the pregame, there was an image. And here we're going to show it right now. Debo, without his pads on, he went for more imaging to look at that shoulder. But the 49ers are still saying, Kev, he is questionable to return.
The 30, Ray McLeod has it. Third down coming up. We go down to Tom.
Well, KB, not surprisingly, Matt LaFleur lamenting not getting more out of those trips to the red zone, saying we ended up with too many 3rd and long situations there. And there's a few play calls, frankly, I wish that I had back. In terms of the weather, he said it's virtually having no effect on us. Both teams have to deal with it. Message to his team coming out, you're right in it, just a point down, 30 minutes to go. Let's go out and grab it.
Yeah, I mean, these Packers, the underdogs, right, to get in the playoffs, and then the headlines after knocking off Dallas. Well, they're in double-digit territory for the spread for this game coming in. 7th-seeded Packers embracing the naysayers, right? What are some of the other headlines for this team? Resilient Packers welcoming the great challenge in the divisional round. Well, guess what? They're handling it pretty well. Down by 1, their first possession of the second half. Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. As aerial coverage brought to you by the UPS store here tonight. Rain and chilly here in Santa Clara, and it just got chillier if you're a 49ers fan because the Packers take their opening possession of the third quarter. They go down the field. Bo Melton. These teams have met the most of anyone in the postseason 10 times, and it has been a thriller so far tonight here in Santa Clara. 49ers get a 39-yard touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey to retake the lead. 3rd read change in this game, and a couple big plays on that drive. Kittle had one on 3rd. McCaffrey finished it off, and now... Yeah, look at the score. Cowboys fans are saying, yeah, we saw this movie last week, and the Packers are getting better. They had a great third quarter. Red zone love really picked it up, too.
Absolutely, and it feels right now at this junction in the game, we're approaching the end of the third quarter, it feels like this San Francisco defense needs a stop. They need a 3 and out. They need to get the ball back to their offense here. They cannot allow Green Bay to continue with these long, sustained drives that they've had pretty much all day.
Has a first down. Here's what's so impressive about Green Bay. This young team, all young receivers, it's been a different guy every single month to lead the team in receiving, right? Look at down the calendar. First it was Dobbs, and then Watson in October, then Dontavian Wicks in November. Then you go to December, Tucker Kraft, the tight end, who was the 2nd tight end starting the year. Then Jaden Reed, who ended up being the leading receiver on the year. That's the idea. Tonight, 9 different Packers have caught balls. It's kind of the beauty of their offense. Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, we start the fourth quarter with the Packers, the number 7 seed, in front of the 49ers, the 1 seed by 7. And look at this, under Kyle Shanahan, they are 0-30 when trailing by 5 or more points entering the fourth quarter. It's crazy considering all his success, so they have work to do. It's been everything and more between these two iconic franchises. The number 7 seed Packers upending the top seed 49ers 21-17. Plenty of time to go in this fourth quarter. 17 Green Bay, the 49ers trying to put together the game-winning drive. You look at the game so far, I mean, it's been fun. George Kittle with the big play up top for 32. Lead changes among lead changes. Bo Melton comes in there, and then McCaffrey, 39 yards to the house. Packers come right right back. They score, then they get the 2-point conversion to Aaron Jones. And they have a 4-point lead as we take it down the final 2 minutes of this game, and drama, and really a chance for Brock Purdy, right? Because he's never been in this situation, let alone in a playoff game.
Well, this is his moment.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been perfect today. He's had a couple things not go perfect, but I'll tell you what, you lead your team for a come from behind, something they haven't done around here in San Francisco under Kyle Shanahan. This is his moment. This is his time to say, all right, I am a legitimate, bona fide NFL caliber quarterback, and he can put a lot of questions at bay if they can find a way to pull this off.
But they still have to get in. It's only their first trip to the red zone. Their touchdowns have all been big plays, and this Green Bay defense has been tough all day. So 2 minutes to go. Each team's got all their timeouts. 49ers down by 4. Obviously need a touchdown. Graphic under Kyle Shanahan. They were 0-30, trailing by 5+ getting into the fourth quarter. They're about to change that graphic right now.
Well, Brock Purdy, wasn't a perfect day. Very rarely on this level is it, but you need to play quarterback at a high level when it matters the most, and he put together the best drive of his young career, and now they advance to the championship round for the San Francisco 49ers.
The San Francisco 49ers headed back to the NFC Championship for the 4th time in the last 5 years. A thriller at Santa Clara. They win it by 3 in the State Farm postgame show coming up. What a game. 24-21. 49ers advance.
Christian McCaffrey has the Niners in the NFC Championship. Now, they'll look to move one step closer to a title against either the Lions or the Bucs.
Oh, my goodness.
Next Sunday at 6 Eastern on Fox.